Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. As many of you know, I am a woman in long-term recovery. I'm a CARC, I'm a CRPA, and I'm also a rape crisis counselor, as well as a trainer of Narcan. If you look at my description box down below, you will see the link to all my social media, other things that I've been involved with, and you will find my Patreon, my merchandise, and my Amazon wish list. My Amazon wish list is something that's very, very important to me. I use it to help people in my local community that are struggling and in need. And I have a bunch of food, baby food, formula, diapers, socks, underwear, soap, just, stuff that as free, regular people we take for granted. But when you're newly home from incarceration or struggling or home from rehab, these are things that you treasure and make you feel more like a human being. So today I would like to go over with you, I made a little list so I don't forget. These are going to be the 6 top shower rules when you are incarcerated. Yes, and as you can all tell, I'm still at Jessica Ken's house. This is her room. I'm actually leaving this evening and I'm going to North Carolina to go visit my mother-in-law and my family. So I figured I might as well get one in with the good lighting because she has all the good stuff. So, I have been incarcerated in New York State prisons. I have been in every female facility in New York State: Bedford, Albion, Taconic, and Lakeview Shock. Lakeview Shock, so these rules really apply everywhere, but Lakeview Shock is the absolute cleanest facility for a penitentiary that, in my opinion, you will probably find anywhere on the Eastern Seaboard. I mean, it's spotless. It's insane how clean it is. I mean, and even they have issues occasionally with bugs and stuff, but I mean, it's really pristine. So, I guess according to how you feel, but for me, these are like daily rules to live by and super, super important. So shower shoes. Shower shoes are basically flip-flops or shoes that have the buckle on top or however you want to call it, like the wide band that goes across your foot. You do not want to shower in any facility without shower shoes. Athlete's foot is a really, really common thing, sadly. You get people from all walks of life and people who just, not everybody has the same hygiene routine and things happen. And let's face it, it's prison. It's no one cleans it like it's their house. There's hair and dirt and just nasty shower scum because we're inmates and our stuff doesn't get taken care of the way it should by the prison janitorial service or maintenance or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, you don't ever walk barefoot anywhere, especially in the shower where your pores open and you can potentially get foot funk. Because foot funk is a real thing in prison. It's not a good thing. So another thing, when you're in the shower, keep your eyes low. Don't be staring at nobody, making anybody feel uncomfortable. Do not stare. It's an awkward enough experience. Not everybody has comfortability with their body. Body positivity is not a big thing in prison. And people get offended, people get awkward, people get embarrassed, or people will intentionally do things if they catch you staring at them. You can use your imagination on that one, but do not stare at people. Keep them eyes low. Another thing is, do not be showering next to someone in a shower room and be wringing the water out your hair, flinging it around so it lands on the person next to you, or scrubbing ferociously with your washcloth and your soap, and soap is flinging onto other people off your body. That shit's gross. Nobody wants anybody else's body soap on them, off someone else's body. That shit's gross. Another one, and this is the age-old myth that is so widely said, and so it's a joke. It's a joke. There's actually no validity to it. No one has ever dropped the soap and been sexually assaulted because of it. That does not happen. It's a joke. It's a joke, people. It's a joke. If you drop the soap in the shower, pick that shit up and throw it out. Throw it out. You will get a disease if you use it. God only knows what will be on that poor bar of soap if you pick it up off the floor and then use it on your body. Don't do that. Just throw it out. Find someone who's decent, and they will give you a new bar of soap. People want other people to be clean. Nobody wants to smell anybody else. People will let you get a bar of soap. Trust and believe. I used to get bars of soap. Like my friend LB used to send me 12 and 24 packs of soap. And honestly, if somebody did not have soap, just take it. Like, take the soap. We all deserve to be clean. Inmate, non-inmate, whatever. So if you drop the soap, pick it up and throw it out. Don't leave it there for the porter who comes to clean to have to pick up your used body soap. Like, have a little, you know, decency. Have some respect for your fellow inmates who have to come in there and clean. Pick up your soap. Nobody wants to touch anybody's used soap. I mean, even on the outside, I don't want to touch someone's used bar of soap. That's nasty. Don't dilly-dally. Like, don't be in there, like, just, you know, get in, get out, do your business, do what you got to do. That's what it's for. It's not a hangout. It's not a social club. Don't go in there and, like, see your neighbor next to you and stare at them until they have a conversation with you. Like, that's not what it's about. It's about getting in, getting off the dirt, doing your thing. Maybe it's razor day, like, especially on razor day. Do not dilly-dally. So I know for me, when I was in, I think Bedford is like Wednesdays and Saturdays they get razors. And I think Taconic is the same way too. I know Albion, we used to get to keep our own razors, and once a week we would exchange them. So you can shave whenever. And also, so for Lakeview Shock, razor day is on Saturday. When it is your time to have a razor and go in the shower, be mindful. Like, don't go, there's on a dorm, like in Bedford on a dorm, there's 80 to 100 girls that live in a dorm. There's like 8 showers. Yeah. So like, that would be, you know, how many times to get all those girls through? Don't dilly-dally. Don't go in the shower for 20 minutes with your razor like you're at home and, you know, shave a leg and whatever. Like, get in there, be mindful, because people they'll be pissy with you. Like, they will have grudges. They will hold that shit. There's only certain showers that stay on. Most of the time you have to keep pressing it and pressing it. You know, you'll learn how to get a bobby pin and like rig it so it sort of stays on. But nobody wants to stand outside in the shower room while someone's in the good shower, that with the water that stays hot, that stays on, and they're just in there singing and showering and like acting like they're on vacation. Just be mindful, you know? We all have to live there. We should all respect each other and just be mindful of what's happening. So there's that. And last but not least, like, don't leave anything behind. Like, just don't do it. Nobody wants to come in. So, all right. So in Bedford, you have individual stalls in one long room. And when you go in, there's like a little teeny tiny bench. It's like plastic material. Like, it comes along with like the walls and stuff. There's like a spot. And it's like narrow. Like, it's dumb narrow. And it's not very long. I guess it's supposed to be like, if you have problems, you know, wiping off or whatever, you would sit down on it. I would never sit down on it. The dirt and the scum is gross. So if you're lucky, the person before you didn't soak the bench, so you put like your towel down, you know, you have a hook in there so you hang up your bathrobe, you put your towel on it. But like, don't leave anything behind. It's not a big enough spot that if something's left behind and you go in after someone who left it behind, so now you got to go and try and, because you don't want to touch it, because you never want to touch anybody else's stuff, not even in this situation. So then you got to go and find the person who left their stuff. 9 times out of 10, they're not dressed yet. So, and they're in their queue, but they're curtained up. You got to be like, you left your blah, blah, blah in the shower stall. Like, you need to go get it. So then you got to wait for them to put their robe back on or finish getting dressed, depending on how far into it they are. Come over, get their stuff out of the cube where you're trying to shower. Then get your stuff off, then shower. Like, just don't do it. Be real mindful. Pick up after yourself wherever you go with inside. Because first off, that's how you piss people off. That's how you get stuff stolen. That's how you lose your stuff. And we are on a very small allowance of what we can and cannot have. I know for me, I would try and get my family to break down like my packages and send me a Hygiene package. Like, Hygiene you can get whenever. But I would try and make it so that I would get, you know, Hygiene in the beginning of the month and like halfway through the month. Same thing with food. So I would try very hard not to leave anything behind. There are certain products that are really, really hard to get in. Hygiene products have to be like hermetically sealed, so this way nobody could put anything in them. Certain size from a certain company with a certain this and a certain that. So that stuff that I would get and I would get in, I was truly grateful for and appreciative. So I wasn't leaving nothing behind, nothing. Everything in prison has a price, especially hygiene, especially good hygiene products. So I just thought you guys might find it interesting to know the 6 most important shower rules in my opinion. So to recap, shower shoes, must always wear them puppies on your feet because you don't want to walk out with worse feet than what you went in with. Number 2, keep them eyes low. Don't be eyeballing people in the shower. It's just awkward and uncomfortable. Number 3, do not fling water from your body in anyone else's general vicinity. Like, just don't do it. That's a whole fight, without a doubt. That's just gross. If you drop the soap, pick it up and throw it out. That's all there is to it. Just pick it up and throw it out. You don't have to, it's a joke, guys. It's an age-old joke. Like, don't drop the soap. If you drop the soap, pick the shit up and throw it out. That's it and that's all. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Number 5, do not dilly-dally. Like, get in, do your thing, and get out. You don't move in. You're not at home. You're not on vacation. It's not enjoyable. It's not a spa shower. That's for sure. Do what you got to do and keep it moving. And last but not least, do not leave any of your belongings behind. You will piss a person off and you will either piss them off and or lose your item. So that's my top for you. I hope you guys have had a great week. I hope everybody is doing well. And remember, we recover loudly so those behind us do not suffer silently. If you guys need anything, I'm just a message away, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. Bye.